Officer Foster, you used the Windsor and Strasbourg primer in order to get the results in your fatal crash team report.
Yes.
Now, one of the variables you used in your equations was the drag factor.
Yes, it's one of the only reliable physical experiments that we can use in order to determine the drag factor.
And now this drag factor, it's a number.
I'm sorry, what is that?
The drag factor is a number you put into the equation.
Yes, it is a number that's plugged into the equation formula.
And if that number was different, and you plugged a different number in, that would change the ultimate answer of your formula, wouldn't it?
Actually, if you go by the friction tables, which is another method that we use, and you plug in that number and it's within that variance from 0.1 through 0.5, and it fits, it is a reliable number, and that's what I did. My numbers do fit within that variance.
Officer Foster, you didn't use that table. You used a drag sled to measure the drag factor.
I used the drag factor as my physical experiment, not experiment actually, as a physical examination, and I then compared it to the friction tables, and so I used two methods actually upon applying the results.
Officer Foster, you made a fatal crash report of what you did.
Yes.
Now, in that fatal crash, Your Honor, may I approach the witness with her fatal crash report?
I think she's got a copy.
Oh, midnight. So, now in your fatal crash report, you do say that you used a drag sled in order to make these measurements.
That's correct. That's what I said. I use those numbers, and if they are consistent with the friction tables, which is another method, if they are consistent with that, they are considered to be reliable.
But nowhere in that fatal crash report do you say that you cross-checked those answers with the numbers in the table.
That's what I do in the normal course of my business. I don't have to put that on the report because the numbers are accurate.
Counselor, I think I've heard enough. I think I'll allow the testimony.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Officer Foster,